Hello guys, so today we're talking about my Smash Brothers predictions. So it seems that I'm getting more right for my Smash Brothers predictions as time goes by. Okay, let's go. I didn't really predict during Smash 4 era because I was just like when Smash 4 was coming out I was only 13, 12. Okay, I couldn't really make videos then. I didn't make videos then. I didn't really predict Smash Bros. It was really an ultimate. I started predicting who and who won't be in Smash Bros. Okay, I am not a leaker. I'm not an insider. Okay, I think that the last two characters is gonna be Crash Bandicoot and Diva. Okay, not because it was leaked on 4chan. It is because first of all, I leaked Crash Bandicoot in the past. I said that Crash Bandicoot will be a part of Fighters Pass 2. Okay, I predicted two of the Fighters Pass 2 characters. Okay, it was after Min Min was revealed. I predicted the last five characters. The only character that I did not predict correctly is Sephiroth. That's the only character I did not predict correctly at all. Okay, but I did predict correctly Steve. I said Steve is gonna be in Fighters Pass 2 or Master Chief. I got Steven. I said there will be a Xenoblade rep, specifically on the fourth character pass, in the middle of the character pass, either pack 3 or pack 4, and I was correct on that. Okay? I was correct on this. I was correct saying that Xenoblade would be in Smash Bros. Xenoblade 2 would get a rep. Okay? I was correct about that. Okay, that's why I wasn't really surprised when I saw Pyro and Mytho reveal. Like, oh, yep, I predicted that. Okay, here. And we can go back to Fighters Pass 1. Okay, Fighters Pass 1. Or that's even the beginning. Okay. I said I wanted Ridley and Smash Bros. I said that was like a dream of mine. Okay. And guess who made it in Smash Bros? Ridley. Okay. I predicted Inkling would be in Smash Bros. That was very, very safe. I predicted Incineroar or as well. I predicted all three of those characters. Okay, I predicted all three of those characters. I didn't really predict any Echo Fighters. I didn't really predict many of the Echo Fighters. Like I didn't predict Daisy because I don't like Daisy anyway, so I didn't want her in Smash Bros. But she made it in anyways. Another character didn't predict. I also said Ken would be in Smash Bros, but that was pretty obvious. Yes, considering there was all those weeks saying Ken would be in Smash Bros. I said that Xeno would never be playable, and guess what? He was made a Mii costume. Okay, Xeno was made a Mii costume. Okay, I said that indies will not be playable in this game, and guess what? Steve does not count. Every indies was made a Mii costume. Okay, every indie has been made a Mii costume. Okay, Minecraft is different because Minecraft is the best-selling game of all time. Minecraft is different than Shovel Knight, which only sold like 2 to 3 million copies. Same thing with the entire Shantae series; it only sold 3 million copies. Okay, and I think if Activision's adding characters, they're gonna add 2 characters, one for Blizzard and one for Activision. And Activision, that makes sense. They're gonna add Crash Bandicoot, of course, and I think Blizzard's gonna probably have it. Yeah, well, us. You guys can. We want to put a character as well. And of course, these people making up all these rules saying that Diva can't be in Smash Bros. Okay, it would be either Diva or Tracer. Saying that Diva can't be in Smash Bros. I already went over that in the other video, saying that Diva won't be in Smash. Saying that Diva and Crash in Smash as the last 2 characters. Okay, and and of course, that video got positive feedback, but of course, the Facebook Smash Bros. Community is continuing to tell me that Diva will never happen. Okay? They're just as ridiculous as the 4chan Smash community. The 4chan Smash community is very, very ridiculous. Okay, very, very ridiculous. Okay, there are a bunch of crybabies, basically. Oh yeah, I also predicted Banjo-Kazooie as well. And the Dragon Quest character. I predicted both of that. The only characters I never predicted were Byleth, Joker. Again, I think nobody saw Joker coming. Piranha Plant and Terry. Okay, that was the end Min because I didn't give a crap about ARMS. Okay, Arms is a horrible garbage pile of trash franchise. Okay, I didn't give a crap to predict Arms, the Arms fighter, because I don't like Arms. I don't really give a crap. I would have been disappointed no matter who would have been, because Arms is such a horrible game. It just really wouldn't have mattered to have who it is. Okay, it would have really, and if Crash Bandicoot was revealed at E3 and is revealed for August, yeah, that means Diva's being in Smash Brothers. Okay, or the concert we could be correct. It could be a Monster Hunter character, but I have my reasons why Monster Hunter won't be in Smash Brothers. Okay, Capcom said it themselves. The Monster Hunter devs said it themselves. Okay, so we're here. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter is in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but I don't see it happening. They actually did add him in Monster Hunter and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they didn't want to put it for some reason in the game. Okay, they didn't want to put Monster Hunter in the game. But again, the reason why Monster Hunter was not put in the game because it was too niche at the time. Monster Hunter has skyrocketed in popularity, though. Okay, Monster Hunter has skyrocketed in popularity. Let's look at how well Monster Hunter World did. Okay, Monster Hunter World did very well in the USA and Europe. Okay, especially on Steam. Monster Hunter World, I think, is probably Capcom's best-selling game of all time. Sorry, Mega Man, you're not Again, I don't understand why people think that Mega Man is Capcom's mascot when Mega Man, the best-selling Mega Man game, only sold like 2 million copies compared to Resident Evil 5 selling 7 million. Monster Hunter World basically becoming the best-selling Capcom game of all time. And they tried to bring back Mega Man. Nobody bought it. Okay? All people want to play from Capcom is Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, of course, Monster Hunter, and Resident Evil. Those are the biggest franchises by Capcom. Okay, the biggest series by Capcom as well. Okay. And you have Mega Man fanboys say, but Mega Man is such an impactful game on the gaming industry. Okay. It still doesn't mean there's a reason why they put Ryu and Ken before Mega Man and Fortnite. Only reason why Mega Man and Smash was before Ryu, not Ryu and Ken, Ryu and Chun Li, is the only reason why Mega Man got in before Ryu is because of the nostalgia, 90s kids who kept begging Capcom to put Mega Man in Smash Brothers. They kept begging Capcom to put Mega Man in Smash Brothers, and they got their way. Okay, the 90s kids, they kept begging and begging and begging for Mega Man. Again, if we compare Mega Man to Sonic, Sonic is far bigger than Mega Man. Okay, Sonic was actually huge. Okay, and Sonic's movie was pretty big as well. Sonic is still a pretty big franchise. As much as the Sonic haters who continue on trying to tell you that Sonic is a dead franchise, that nobody plays Sonic. Okay? I laughed at them. I just laugh at them. Okay? Again, my most wanted character when I was a kid before Brawl came out was Sonic. And I was like, oh my god, they actually put Sonic in Smash Brothers? That's like a dream come true. It was like a dream come true. Sonic is in Smash Brothers. It was like a dream come true. Okay? And yeah, I didn't really predict much of Smash Bros. Until later. I predicted Shulk and Bowser Jr. later down. I didn't really predict the DLC that much. Again, I'm not really, but again, once I started getting into Smash Brothers and the prediction of who's coming next, okay, I could be wrong, of course. I could be wrong. But I'm almost certain that I wouldn't be surprised if if Crash Bandicoot was revealed at E3 and it says August 2021, then Divas and Smash Bros. Okay, of course, the Monster Hunter fans are going to try to say, oh, it's the concert week. The concert week is true. They're going to bring that up. They're going to say the concert week is true. Okay, they're going to say bring up the concert week every single time. Okay, but Monster Hunter's not appearing in Smash Bros. Okay, and again they would say, but I already put Reviews in the game. Why can't we put the Flirta in the game? Okay, I think if they were gonna put Monster Hunter would have been on the base roster. Okay, Monster Hunter would have been on the base roster. He would have been on the base roster of the game. I think Capcom, just like a Street Fighter 3 is, didn't want to put Monster Hunter in Smash Bros. For some weird and odd reason. They just said no. Okay, which doesn't make any sense, but we gotta roll with it. Again, Monster Hunter could be a bonus character, but but my predictions have been very, very, very accurate, and are actually becoming more and more accurate as time passes. Okay, as time passes, my predictions got more and more accurate. I predicted half of the Smash characters in Fighters Pass 2. That's far better than my older predictions. Okay, I also said that Xeno would never be in Smash Bros. I said Sante won't be in this game. I said Rainbow won't be in this game. I said, now that I said Cosmos won't be in, and I was right. They added Pyra and Mithra instead of Cosmos, which all the Cosmos fans are now sad, but they have to deal. Okay, I think Cosmos would have been even worse because nobody knows who Cosmos is outside of 30-year-old weebs who grew up with Xenosaga. God, those are the only people who really care about Cosmos, okay, or Cosmos, okay, and I just find it funny that the Facebook Smash community is so against Steve appearing in Smash Bros. They keep telling me it will never, ever, ever happen. The Facebook Smash community is telling me that Diva would ever happen. Okay. But they told me Steve wouldn't happen. And guess who's in the game? Guess who's in the game? You kept telling me Ridley would never be in because Ridley's too big. Okay? You kept telling me that Ridley will not be in Smash Bros. Because he's too big. And he's too big, so he won't be in Smash Bros. That's like the most... Again, that's what Sakurai said himself, but he added Ridley anyways. Okay? But he was too big. Okay, the other characters that they said were not going to happen, they said that there won't be a Xenoblade 2 ep. It's too late for a Xenoblade 2 ep, but they added it anyways. Okay? They added it anyways. Okay? And they said it would be too late. They said, all this stuff. I could be wrong. Nintendo could probably add a Gen 8 Pokemon at this point. Nothing's stopping Nintendo from putting a Gen 8 Pokemon in the game. I'm surprised they haven't. Okay? They could have easily added that instead of Steve. Okay? But Steve was such a surprise because everybody was expecting Steve. Expecting Pokemon. Everybody was expecting Fortnite guy instead of Sephiroth. Everybody was expecting Crash instead of Pyra. Okay? And I won't be surprised whoever they're predicting for the next two characters are going to be wrong. Okay? If, for example, Crash makes it in next, they're probably predict, Sora or, some other character that's never going to happen, or Rainbow or Sante, because once it's done with Crash, they can start requesting Rainbow, Sante, Sora, characters that are not going to be in Smash Bros. Ever. Okay? Rainbow will never be in Super Smash Bros. Okay? Sante will never be in Super Smash Bros. And that is a fact. Okay? But who knows who the next two characters are, okay? Really. It could be Rayman and Porky, okay? Or Pokemon and Rayman. Or Crash and Rayman. Which, again, the people who are whining about, the Crash Tods were whining about Pyra and Mithra, get Crash anyways, okay? But then they whine about Pyra and Mithra being added, okay? Which is completely sad and depressing. That they're gonna whine over a fictional character being added into a fictional video game. But yeah, I think Diva's gonna be in Smash Bros. I do. Okay. And you have these people saying that it won't happen. Okay. And I can't wait till Diva is in Smash Brothers. I can't wait. I can't wait till Facebook cries about Diva being in Smash Brothers. Okay. They cry about, they start crying and whining the same way they cried about Pyro and Mythra being added. Okay. Even when they get Crash Bandicoot, they're gonna still cry because it wasn't Sora. It wasn't, Xeno. Characters that literally nobody cares about. Okay. Sora's not gonna be in Smash because of Disney, but Xeno, Sante, two characters that literally nobody cares about. Okay. And of course, let's not forget characters like, Reimu. Okay, I wonder what the whole thing of Reimu started. Okay, the whole thing of Reimu started. I literally never heard of Reimu until 4chan started mentioning Reimu in Smash Brothers. Okay, they literally started mentioning Reimu in Smash Brothers. So now everybody wants Reimu in Smash Brothers because one guy in 4chan said it. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised that's where the whole Sante and Xeno came from. Okay, because Sante is not gonna be in Smash Bros. Her games are too obscure. Okay, even King of Fighters is a pretty big series compared to Sante. Okay, if you look at the entire sales of Sante, it's only 3 million across all of the Sante video games. Okay, across all of the Sante video games. Here. Okay, I gotta go look it up. Fatal Fury. Again, also King of Fighters. Terry's also in the entire King of Fighters series. Sales. Okay. Because, yeah, Terry's in the entire King of Fighters series. They're still making more King of Fighters games. Okay, I'm looking this up. Really, it's VZ shots? They really don't have sales for King of Fighters? They really don't? They really don't have sales of King of Fighters. Or Fatal Fury. They have sales for Sante, which is only 3 million. But they don't have sales for the entire King of Fighters series. Considering how many King of Fighters games there are. Yeah, I can't find anything for some reason. So, how many copies has King of Fighters sold? I wish they actually Google had actual sale numbers, but let's look up Wikipedia. Or fandom, which doesn't really work on my phone because it's so tiny. And since VZ Shots doesn't work anymore, we can't use VZ Shots. They seriously don't have any sales for King of Fighters. Okay, so games. compilations, gameplay, plot and characters, development, related media. Does that say anything about sales? Reception. Okay, they don't have anything about the sales. So King of Fighters is unknown sales then. Banjo, that's based off 2 games. It's like 4 million with 2 games. Actually, 5 million if you include Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And the Xbox 360 ports, that's 5 million. I can see Persona sales. Persona sold 14 million. That's far bigger than Shantae. I don't understand why people want Shantae so badly. Okay, yeah, Persona isn't that big. But it's still sold more than the entirety of Shantae series. The only one I can't find is for Fatal Fury and Persona. No, not Persona. Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, which is what Terry is from. But I think probably both of them combined beat Shantae. Okay, especially considering there's 15 King of Fighters games. Okay, 15 King of Fighters games. And like 10 Fatal Fury games. I bet both of them beat Shantae combined as well. Okay, both of them beat Shantae combined. And if you go by even Nintendo series, okay, I'm not talking about for the Party series because Nintendo owns like mostly those retro characters. Okay, let's look at the best-selling games of all time. Okay, the indie fanboys will scoff at this list, the list of best-selling games. Okay, but there's no indie games on the list. Okay, none, because nobody buys indie games. Okay, and Nintendo's owners, they practically worship indie games. Okay, they practically worship indie games. Okay, I can pull up the sales of Overwatch. They don't have it on Wikipedia, but it's around 50 million. Which is actually the same as the entire Crash Bandicoot franchise. Which is, the funny thing is that Overwatch is just as big as Crash Bandicoot in terms of sales. Okay, it says downloads, but 50 million people have bought Overwatch, which is around 50 million, which is where Crash Bandicoot is. Yeah, oh yeah, Mystery Dungeon, that was really helped by Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay, yeah, Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia only sold 20 million. That's not a lot. Spyware, that's only 20 million. Watch Dogs, it's a newer franchise. Yeah, Rayman sold. It's not the same level as Gears of War and Ratchet and Clank. The entire Souls series at 28. Kingdom Hearts is at 32, which is tied with Saints Row. Bioshock is higher. Mega Man's only at 46 million, but 90s kids practically worship Mega Man. They do. Which is more than 4. Where's our Fallout rep? Where's our Fallout rep? But we have Mega Man, which sold worse. Again, the Smash community is going to say, but sales doesn't matter. Okay? At the end of the day, people need to realize this, but Nintendo is a company. They want money. Pac-Man, 44 million. Again, that's excluding mobile games. There's a lot of free mobile Pac-Man games. They stopped really releasing retail Pac-Man games like a long time ago. But Pac-Man is still very, very popular on mobile games. Games, essentially. Street Fighter only 45 million? I would probably like 60 to 70 million. Yeah, but yeah, Street Fighter is definitely much more popular than Mega Man. Man, much bigger. Far Cry. Crash Bandicoot is actually pretty high in terms of games. Borderlands. Mortal Kombat is very high. Metal Gear. Yeah, we have Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is bigger than Battlefield. Elder Scrolls. And then we have the big guys. Monster Hunter is actually Capcom's best-selling series behind Resident Evil. Tomb Raider, 81 billion. Halo and Tomb Raider have the same amount of sales. But then we have the 100 million copy sales. Okay, we have Call of Duty and GTA, which have no reps in Smash Brothers. We have Final Fantasy, which is actually one of the highest selling series of all time, 159 million. Assassin's Creed, 155 million. Sonic is 144 million, but again, Sonic has a lot of mobile games, just like Pac-Man. And Sonic isn't exactly in the best spot in terms of games. Zelda is actually lower than Resident Evil in terms of sales. It's actually much lower. But, yeah, there's a lot of series that are excluded, like Xenoblade is excluded because it's a newer franchise. Pokemon. Best-selling RPGs, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Monster Hunter, Kingdom Hearts, Souls, Tales, Dragon Ball RPGs, Mario RPG that includes Paper Mario. That the bulk of that sale is probably Mario Luigi and Paper Mario, not Xeno, Fire Emblem. Persona is at 15 million. Persona sold more copies than all of Fire Emblem. Persona sold more copies than all of Fire Emblem according to Wikipedia. Xenoblade. Blade. Again, that's based off 2 games, 4 million. Xenoblade is a relatively new franchise. Sword Art Online is bigger than entire gaming franchises. Entire gaming franchises. Digimon. Digimon is nowhere near as big as Pokemon. But if you really... And yeah, Destiny's another one that's excluded from this list for some reason. And we have the highest grossing video game franchises. Here. Pac-Man's at 4th. It's at 5th place on this one, because Pac-Man makes a lot of money from mobile games. Street Fighter, Final Fantasy. Well, it's just like, Shantae. Shantae is this big series that the Smash community is obsessed with, but, is it? On the highest grossing game series of all time. Fortnite is more on the highest grossing video game series than Shantae. And this was made when Fortnite started getting more popular. As well, Halo. Yeah, there's a lot of very long-running franchises here. Yeah, there's a lot of older series on this list. Especially a lot of mobile games, obviously, because Pac-Man's at number 5, because Pac-Man's mostly on the mobile game, mostly on the phone. And the best-selling franchises is again, indie fanboys would say that Shantae is the biggest, the Smash community is making out Shantae as this big series, but it really isn't. Shantae is actually very, very obscure in the gaming world. Okay? I wish people would realize this before they request characters. Okay? You should really request characters that would make money. Okay? Not characters that will be super obscure that no one's going to recognize. Okay? For example, my family didn't know who the hell Xeno was. Okay? And they lived through the 90s. And they didn't know who the hell Xeno was because nobody gives a crap about Xeno because he's only appeared in one game and he hasn't appeared since. That's why Xeno is not in the game. That's why Sephiroth is in the game and not Xeno. It's because nobody played Mario RPG. Okay? So yeah, it'll say 1.8 million copies, but nobody bought Mario RPG. Okay? It released at the end of the Super Nintendo's life cycle, and the only people who are obsessed with Mario RPG are the Xenoks, who will continue to request Xeno until the end of the day, and he will still not be in Smash Bros. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised, and then instead of Xeno showing up, it's Waluigi's cap. I wouldn't be surprised, because Waluigi is going to be in Smash Bros. Because it's for Xeno. Okay, for Smash 6, so I wouldn't be surprised by the end of Fighters Pass. The next Fighters Pass, they revealed Smash 6. I wouldn't be surprised, okay? After they reveal Diva and Crash, they're going to put Waluigi instead. It's going to be Waluigi tricking you into thinking it was Xeno, and then you have Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. Okay, yeah, and yeah, I'm talking about. Sales really only matter the third party series. Nintendo doesn't really matter because Earthbound and Kid Icarus are horribly selling series, especially in the West. Nobody bought Earthbound in the West because of the horrible advertising Nintendo did with Earthbound. And Kid Icarus, it just didn't really sell too well because it was very hard to get the game. Same thing with Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay, free games that are very hard to get in the West, but they're very popular in Japan. Okay. But Nintendo already owns those series, so it does not matter. Okay, it does not matter about NES. If NES was a third party character, it would matter more. But NES is owned by Nintendo. Okay, same thing with Min Min. Yeah, Min Min honestly didn't sell too well. Only 2 million. Compared to, all of Nintendo's biggest franchises. Okay, we'll probably get a sequel. But Nintendo already owns ARMS. They already own the rights to ARMS. They don't own the right. They don't. Again, ARMS sold 2 million, was almost as much as the entire Sante series, which sold a total of 3 million. Okay? 3 million is not a lot. That's for an entire franchise. That's for the entire series. Okay? 3 million. Okay? 3 million. That was as of 2020. 2020. Okay? 3 million. I understand that he's a major gaming icon. Now, see, a major gaming icon will be selling 50 million copies. Again, Sante's popularity is as bigger than they say it is. They make out Sante as bigger than she is. They say they are always talk about how good and how big Sante is, but it isn't. It only sold 3 million. Okay, that's actually less than the entire Pikmin franchise, which is only 3 games. Okay, there's like 10 Sante games out there, and there's only like 3 Pikmin games. Okay, Sante is not that big. Okay, not that big. As much as the Nintendo, as much as the Smash community tries to make it out to be, Sante isn't that big. Okay? Again, her popularity is only inflated by the Smash community. Only inflated by the Smash community. Just like Xeno. Okay? Just like Xeno, her popularity is only... And again, indies are not going to be in Smash Bros. Or if they're going to add indie characters to Smash Bros., they're going to add Sans or Shovel Knight. Okay? Not Sante. Okay? First of all, Undertale sold just as much copies as Sante. Probably even more. Okay, because Undertale sold 3 million copies as well. Okay? I don't even think Shovel Knight I don't know if Shovel Knight got a sequel. But Shovel Knight came out in 2014. It's a new game series, actually. So, of course, it's unlike Sante, where Sante has been around since the 2000s. Shovel Knight sold 2.5 million. That's just the one game, I think, of course. Of course, both sales on PC. So, yeah, Shovel Knight's one game has always almost outsold the entire Sante series. Entire Sante series. I don't understand the obsession with Sante. I just do not. I just do not understand the entire obsession with Sante. I think it's just because of her looks. I think that's the only reason why the Smash community wants her. But then why are they so against Diva? Why are they so against Diva being in Smash Bros, but they're obsessed with Sante? That is like the top 10 questions I'll probably never understand. Okay? Okay. Sante isn't that big. Okay? I wish the Sante fanboys would realize that, but they'll never realize that. They'll probably continue requesting Sante until the day they die. Realize, and then after they realize that they wasted all the time talking about why Sante should be in the game, that will never be in the game because nobody buys Sante games. They don't sell. Okay? Even the Sante Wiki itself admits that nobody buys Sante games. Nobody buys them. Okay? But if you look at, I'm going to go up Overwatch sales. Again, they're going to say, oh, but Overwatch is a dead game. Okay? Overwatch sales, according to this, 50 million copies. And that was as of March 6, 2020. Okay? I don't know when they said that, but I think it was last year. 50 million sales. 50 million sales. And again, they're saying that Overwatch is dying, but nobody plays Sante games. They're requesting a rep from a dead game series, essentially. A series that nobody buys outside of the Smash community. Okay? Outside of the Smash community. Outside of the Super Smash Bros. Community. Okay? Nobody plays Sante games. Okay? Out of the Nintendo community, nobody plays Sante games. Nobody on Xbox plays Sante. Okay? Probably slightly more on PlayStation, but nobody plays Sante on any of those consoles. Okay? Overwatch has more monthly active users than the entire player and than everyone who bought Sante games. Okay? Everyone. But they're only gonna play Sante because number one, it's an indie game, and Nintendo fans are obsessed with indie games. Okay? They continue to get angry at me all they want, but it's just the truth. They're obsessed with indie games. They hate AAA games. That's why Witcher 3 flopped on the Switch. That's why Overwatch flopped on the Switch. Okay, that's why Doom flopped on the Switch. Wolfenstein 2. All amazing games, but of course, they won't buy them because they would rather buy Sante, Shovel Knight, all these indie games. Shovel Knight isn't bad, but they'll buy all these indie games instead. That's why the best-selling platforms of Shovel Knight is on Nintendo consoles. The 3DS, the Wii U, and the Nintendo Switch. And of course, Steam. Okay. If you and again, again, they make out these indie games like they're so amazing and so great. Okay. I'll actually make a video about Among Us. Among Us is almost dead. Okay. It's almost dead, essentially. Yeah. I can go up Switch again. Most watched games. Where was Among Us? Among Us is barely ahead of Overwatch. Barely ahead of Overwatch. Only by 3K. But Among Us was the biggest game. The biggest game in the world is now going to have less people watching it than Overwatch. Okay, it's higher than Genshin Impact. The weeaboos will be so angry. Genshin Impact is less important to people than Overwatch. But again, I've been telling people for a while, Overwatch isn't dead. And again, it's only the Nintendo community that tries to tell you that Overwatch is dead. Only the Nintendo community, because they don't buy AAA games. They hate AAA games. Okay? They hate AAA games. Okay? Skyrim sold well on the Switch, but Skyrim was hyped up on the Switch. It was hyped up on the Switch as well. I looked up AAA games that sold Nintendo games. And it sells Nintendo games, but you have The Witcher 3. Cyberpunk's not even on the Switch! Google, stop lying to us! I looked up AAA games on the Switch and it sold up Cyberpunk, even though Cyberpunk is not on the Switch. Oh yeah, Wolfenstein New Order, Morka again. Wolfenstein New Order came out on the Switch, but nobody bought it because they would rather buy, serial mascot games and indie games. Okay? That's why look at the most requested characters in Smash Bros. Are all indie game characters and serial mascots and RPG characters. That's all they want, okay? You don't see them requesting FPS reps, okay, like Master Chief and Doom Guy, okay? Actually, people want those two characters, but other FPS characters, like Call of Duty characters, okay, Overwatch characters, okay. Again, Master Chief and Doomguy are the most iconic characters, okay. You're the most iconic FPS characters of all time, okay. They're the most iconic characters in FPS history, okay. But you have all these people who hate, again, they hate Overwatch so much. The Nintendo fan base hates Overwatch that much. Okay. Okay. Overwatch sale. Okay, I'm gonna go on Amazon and go see well Overwatch is on the Switch. Okay. Let's go up Overwatch, the game. I don't know if it goes by best selling. Okay, not Lego sets. Oh yeah, PS4, Xbox One, some comics and stuff, other things, and then the Switch, Okay, and that's the European version too. It's the freaking European version. But again, it just shows Nintendo's own mantra. Again, it's funny how autocomplete for Overwatch is Overwatch Diva. Okay. But again, Nintendo's own will tell you that Diva isn't iconic. They will tell you. Literally tell you. But then they'll tell you Sante, a game series that only sold 3 million, is iconic. Okay. They'll tell you that Sante is iconic. I laugh at them every time. Okay. Okay, I laugh at them every time. The only people who like Sante are Nintendo fans. Okay? Because they don't play real games. Okay, let's just be real about this. Okay, besides Nintendo games, what games do Nintendo fans play? Okay, I only play Nintendo consoles for Nintendo games. Why? Because there's no AAA games in the Nintendo consoles, because nobody buys AAA games in Nintendo consoles. Okay? You can't have something that doesn't exist. Okay? And again, most of the games that came out on Nintendo consoles, I already bought on the Xbox because, nobody buys these games. Nobody buys AAA games on Nintendo consoles. They only buy indie games. Okay? And you have Nintendo fans saying that, but AAA games are washed out and they only make them to make money. Okay? What about The Witcher 3? That came out on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, BioShock. That's also on the Nintendo Switch. Borderlands 2. Okay? The Borderlands collection is also on the Switch. Okay? You got the Manic Crash 4. That's a AAA game. Okay? Even Nintendo's first party games are AAA games. Okay? Even Nintendo's first party games. Again, Nintendo drones will hate to hear this, but even first party games are like Smash Bros. And Pokemon. Okay? And Mario. They're all AAA games. Okay? Nintendo's big games themselves are AAA games. Okay, and you have the Nintendo ones. They're not gonna want to hear this because they're go like, oh no, no. They're not AAA games. Okay, they don't like AAA games. They don't like the thought of AAA games. Okay, go look up Xbox. Okay, that's not game. I want to find out where it's just the games. Someone said they're never gonna watch my videos again because I don't worship indie games like now all Nintendo fans do. I don't worship indie games. I don't. Okay? I don't worship indie games like every Nintendo fan does. Okay? Again, I think the reason why I don't worship indie games is because I didn't grow up in the 90s. I think it's a generational gap. Okay? A generational gap basically right there. I grew up in the 2000s, not the 90s. The 2000s and 2010s. I did not grow up in the 90s. I think it's a generational gap. Okay, here. Because I grew up with FPS games. And games on the GameCube. Okay? I did not grow up with platformers and cereal mascots. And, like I always talk about how great Chrono Trigger is, but the game always sold like 200,000 copies in the US. I wonder how many copies, it's so, again, if it's sold that greatly, it will sold like 10 million copies of every, Nintendo fan talk. Every Nintendo fan talks about how great Chrono Trigger is, but again, it only sold 200,000 copies of the Super Nintendo in the U.S. Okay, you know, hot new releases. There we go. Okay, I can see what the Nintendo fans are buying. Nintendo Switch. Okay, Mario. That's understandable. Mario Bowser's Fury. That just came out. Digimon. People are buying Digimon. Again, I think that's a boycott against Pokemon. That's a boycott against how bad the Pokemon games are. It seems that people are finally starting to wake up to how bad Pokemon has gotten. Okay, how bad? Oh, Bioshock is at least on here. At least Nintendo fans have more taste in just indie games. And more emphasizing Nintendo's basically promoting that game like every ad. Crash 4. That's coming out on the Switch. Here we have Pokemon Sword. Why would anyone pay $90 for Pokemon Sword and Shield? That's a scam right there. Okay, that's a scam right there. That's a scam right there. Sword and Shield for $90. That's a scam right there. Oh yeah, they'd rather buy LOL surprise the game than Overwatch or Witcher 3 or Doom, okay? Or or Borderlands 2. They'd rather buy LOL surprise remix rule the world. Nothing surprises me from Nintendo fans. Or My Baby. Resident Evil is selling worse than LOL. Then a game about stupid LOL dolls. Hate those things. Borderlands the correction. But yeah, The Witcher 3 is not even on here. The Witcher 3 came out 2 years ago on the Switch. Mortal Kombat Weapons not barely on the list. But we look at Xbox. I'm gonna go on Xbox first. Xbox One, because Xbox Series X just came out. Bestsellers. Games. Wow, I thought Cyberpunk would be very high on this list. I looked up games. I was like very high. That was new releases. Forza, Assassin's Creed, Halo. Where was the indies? Where was the kids' games? Where was the LOL Dolls, the video game? SpongeBob, Battle for Guinea Bomb, but that was always very high on the Switch as well. Yeah. You have Skyrim. Yeah, but Witcher 3 it's only on the Xbox. Same thing with Skyrim. It's because people on Xbox appreciate all types of games. Don't buy games like My Baby or LOL Doll Surprise Remix. And again, if Sante was that big, Sante would have been on the best-selling Switch games. Naruto. People would still buy the Naruto game. But yeah, Bioshock, the collection. Kingdom I heard that Kingdom Hearts 3 was horrible. Kingdom Hearts 3 is horrible. The Outer Worlds, Mortal Kombat 11, Sonic 4. People are buying Sonic Forces on the Xbox. Star Wars Battlefront 2. And go on PlayStation 4. Because the PS5 doesn't really have a lot of games. Compared to the PS4. Oh look, Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Yeah, I actually can see how poor The Last of Us Part 2 is selling. If people are actually buying that, that's what I'm more. Oh, it's at 45. It's being outsold by Minecraft. It's being outsold by Minecraft, a game that everybody already owns. But you can see here, where's the indies? Okay, the great indies. Okay. Nintendo fans worship indies. Well, how they? Where are the indies? Okay? And yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.